Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you.
Oh, no.
That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay.
The expression on this man's face, bro, is funny as hell. This nigga's like, I know goddamn well you're not telling me what you telling me right now. I know, man, but that's how the industry is. Breaking news coming on the Diamond Life today. We've got Puffy Tried to F Me by Terrence Howard reveals shocking Diddy meeting in Hollywood's dark secrets. Okay, I've been fiending to watch this video, y'all. I seen this shit on my timeline yesterday and I just couldn't react without y'all, man. Okay, so I'm pretty sure if you came to this video, you probably already seen what Terrence Howard had to say on Diddy and his dealings with Diddy and what he's seen and things like that in the wicked ass industry. But I want to see exactly what's going on here, man. Prayers go out to Terrence Howard because, if you say too much, allegedly you come up missing or you go to jail or you go to hell. I don't know. That's just what I heard. Allegedly. All right. But anyway, make sure you tell a friend to tell their aunt, your mama, tell their Uncle Joe he's still a hoe. Let's get right into the video, man. Let's get it.
There's a short life in
why do you think that is with the creative side?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it.
And then that causes you to do drugs, to abuse drugs and things of that nature, right? It causes you to have really bad thoughts, all right? And allegedly, this is the reason why a lot of celebrities become dark. A lot of celebrities have to drink or they have to smoke or they have to take pills. Allegedly, they have to abuse drugs to deal with the sacrifices, the alleged sacrifices. Everything's got to be allegedly nowadays, right? Especially when we film this type of content. To deal with the alleged sacrifices that they had to make, the things that they had to do, the places that they had to be bent over, right? The things that were caught on tape, that they're in fear that one day might be released to the public if I don't do this or do that or go with this agenda or go with that agenda, allegedly. All right?
They got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
He knows exactly what he means by that, but he wants him. He's being messy right now. He's being very messy because you're trying to force this man to go into depth about what he already knows. You already know what this man means. He does not need to spell it out for you. We're not in 4th grade. We don't need him to make a picture. We already can imagine what he means by stealing somebody's man card. Does anybody have any confusion about what Mr. Howard is saying here besides this guy allegedly, right? Is anybody confused about what he's saying here? Or is old dude just trying to be messy? Let me know in the comment section down below. You know what I'm saying? Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. I'm not trying to start no shit, but come on now. Come on. Let's not act dumb. Let's not do that. He's already saying enough by what he's saying. I wouldn't force him to go any further than what he's comfortable with.
That's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it. A man gives it. So when you give up that man card.
Look at his face. Look at this nigga's face, man. Bruh, it's just so good to hear, man, because these are the things that I was talking about years ago, man. And the fact that these celebrities are coming out to actually confirm it does something to my ego. You know what I'm saying? I try not to be egotistical, but god damn it, I was saying this already. But it just confirms how wicked the industry is, man. Look at his face. That is hilarious. it just confirms allegedly how wicked the industry can be. Part of selling your soul, right? Allegedly. Making these sacrifices, bending over and taking it whenever you know that you're naturally a born giver. You're straight. You like women. But in order for you to get to the next level, you mean I gotta bend over? Okay. And that is selling your soul. And then these people gotta live with this type of stuff. You know, and it's not only that. It's a whole bunch of different things that I'm not gonna speak on, right? Unless he says something, we can elaborate, but we gotta be very, very mindful of who could be watching and mindful of the content and the things that we say. So we're gonna keep it at that.
You don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
don't
I'm
get that
saying
back.
what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there, because they get fluid, and next thing you know, once you go fluid,
you lose yourself. That's basically what he's saying. You're losing yourself over the almighty dollar. Make your motherfucking holler. There should be no amount of money that can make you do something strange for a little piece of change. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You can't get me to sell my soul. I don't care if it's $1 million, $1 trillion. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. You have to stand on you. You have to have your own standards, and you cannot just be a sellout. And I'm going to just say this. If you want to sell out and you want to do whatever it takes, you can do it. There's plenty of niggas out there who are making it doing just that. So go ahead. But me, it's just not in me, bruh. It's just not in me. I gotta stay true to me. I gotta stay authentic. I cannot sell my soul just for money, riches, and gold. I cannot, fam. I cannot. You know? And on my Diamond Dynasty, baby, I hope that you feel the same. And you have free will to do whatever you want to do, right? But at the end of the day, I hope that you love yourself and value yourself and know your worth enough to have standards, for one, and don't allow any dollar amount to impede those standards, right? To impede the process of you saying fuck no to any dollar amount for your pride, your dignity. All right? As a person. He's talking about being a man. I'm not a man. I'm talking about being a person of value, a person with standards, a person who stands on who they are, a person who has values, a person who has morals, and is going to stand on those things regardless of how much money is being offered. Staying true to self, not selling out for the almighty dollar, not selling out for more clout, which is what people are doing all day, every day. And I don't judge those people, right? But I can never be one of them, is all I'm saying. You know? Yeah, and that's something that you cannot get back. That's something that you cannot get back. When you infringe upon your own morals for money, fame, clout, followers, other people might not know that what you had to do. Other people might not know the sacrifices that you made. But the one person that you cannot lie to, that you have to spend every waking moment with, is yourself. And that's why these people get drugged up, allegedly, right? They have to keep drinking, smoking, all of this shit, which is what he's talking about, because they're running from themselves. They don't even want to see themselves. They don't want to face themselves because they feel ashamed. They feel such a level of shame for having to do the things that they did, or feeling like they needed to get to the next level. You don't want to put yourself in this predicament to where you lose yourself for material gain. Because when you leave this world, your soul goes too, right? You can't take the riches. You can't take the material things, but you're taking your soul. So where are you taking your soul to next? That should be the question. You're so busy thinking about what you can gain now. What about when you leave this realm? Then what? What does your soul do from there? What is your soul's purpose from there? What is your soul's journey from there? Being that you sold out.
gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No,
You done messed his ass
I
up.
get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to.
What's the saying, y'all? What good is it for a man to gain everything but lose his soul? Something like that. Profit the world and lose his soul, or something like that. That is exactly what he's talking about. People selling their souls. This is what soul selling is, right? Infringing upon what you believe in and what you should stand for, right? That whole foundation of your morals, your standards, your beliefs, and all of these things that you have built on a solid foundation all comes crumbling down when you allow a dollar amount, right? Or an Oscar, or any type of financial or business gain, right? When you allow that to infringe upon the solid foundation that you set for yourself, you're only tearing yourself apart. You're only breaking down your soul now your soul is fragmented, right? Because like you said, every sacrifice and everything that you do that infringes upon what you believe in is taking a piece of your soul, right? It's taking a piece of your soul. And the mental torture that people have to go through, the psychological pain and torture that people have to experience from going through these things, bro, it's just not worth it. And it's even worse when you attain certain success and you get all the things and they don't fix how you feel about you, and you feel even worse because you got these things thinking that you would feel better about yourself, only to realize that you feel even worse because of the things that you had to do. And like you said, you have no dignity. You have no dignity anymore, bruh. You sold yourself out for material gain, bruh. Then you realize that material gain doesn't mean shit. And you can't put a price on your dignity, on your standards, on the love for yourself, on the value for yourself, on your self-worth. You can't put a price on that shit. That shit is priceless. Some people have all of this material success, all of this financial success, but they're spiritually broken and still end up taking their lives, still end up being depressed and unhappy because they lost their self in the process of trying to find things to make themselves feel good when they only made themselves feel even worse than when they started, right?
To go in as a principle. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah.
when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me.
Oh, no.
Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you.
Oh, no.
That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay.
The expression on this man's face, bro, is funny as hell. This nigga's like, I know goddamn well you're not telling me what you telling me right now. I know, man, but that's how the industry is, fam. It just is.
I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody.
That's a fact. Once you see the red flags, man, I've seen red flags in the industry before, just with YouTube, right? Seeing people move in certain ways and expecting certain things and trying to throw little shit out there to see if you bite on it. No, nigga, I'm out. Bye. Peace out. I don't care what the checks say. I don't care how much money you say. I'm out. And sometimes it's surprising to people because a lot of people would take the money. A lot of people would take the deal. A lot of people would agree to sell their soul, do this and do that, infringe upon what you believe in, lie to people, tell false stories, all of these things. You know what I'm saying? People will do it for money. They will do it. And I don't judge anybody who does, but I know for me, it ain't going down that way, fam. It's not going down that way. And that's why I say, hey, if y'all see anything crazy going on my channel, if I'm acting a little different, whatever the case is, y'all already know they didn't clone my ass. I don't know. Maybe I'm under MK Ultra, allegedly. All right? Because I ain't going. I'm just not going. And I stand on that. And I'm proud of that because I have my own dignity at the end of the day. I know I'm not selling out for the almighty dollar, for fame, for clout, none of that shit, nigga. And I love it. I love me even more. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how slow the progress is to grind that. I don't give a fuck about that. I care about me, being me, genuinely, authentically, and not letting anything, any dollar amount, any amount of followers, any promised opportunities to shift me into a person that I'm not and make me do things that I know are wrong or against my moral compass, right? That's what it's all about. Stand on something. Create something to stand on for one, and then stand on that shit like your life depended on it, fam, because it does. Your soul depends on it.
Number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't turn.
A male or a man, right? There's a lot of males out here nowadays. Not really many men.
It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing. And have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
And ladies, I don't want y'all to think that this is not about you as well. If you want to be a successful entertainer, whatever it is, right too. Ladies, you must stand on your morals as well. Selling your body and sleeping with this person and that person to get to the top or whatever it is, right? Even if it's doing an OnlyFans and you feel like that is not your lane, that is not morally right in your, like you feel that is against your moral code and what you believe is right, regardless of what anybody says. If somebody can get you to do OnlyFans when you don't feel right about doing it, you're selling out, ladies, okay? So I need you also to build your foundation of your own principles, okay? Your own rules that you have for yourself, your own standards that you have for yourself, and don't deviate for anything. Ladies and gentlemen who are watching this video, do not deviate. Yeah, you might miss out on opportunities, but those opportunities missed out on you because you were more valuable than what those opportunities were trying to get you to do, okay? We have to redefine what it really means to be successful. Honestly, redefine what it really means to be successful, because some of these people might look like they have a lot of success, but that success is attached to things that they had to do, right, to get to that level. So is that really success, or is that them selling out on the value that they had within themselves that they had to give away? And are you not successful because maybe you're struggling, or maybe you missed out on this opportunity or that opportunity to level up, or maybe because it's taking you a little while longer to grow, or whatever the case is? Does it mean that you're not successful just because you are a person with principles and standards and you're standing on those things and you will not budge, so it's taking you longer, does that make you not successful? So we must redefine how we look at success, right?
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys.
He is flabbergasted right now, bro. He is honestly flabbergasted. It is so funny to see such a genuine reaction, because at first I'm like, now you know damn well what be going on, but he really seems genuinely shocked and surprised. So that's pretty funny.
Guys on to talk.
The dude is busting out this suit, ain't he?
Talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of
No,
this
I
specific
mean,
reason?
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it.
And then also, I reacted to a video where Terrence Howard is speaking on what he has to do as far as when he's filming a role, right? I forgot what particular role he was speaking of. I don't know if it was a role in particular or what specific details were there. But I remember reacting to this video, and he was basically saying that for some parts, right, you must go into this room and you have to summon dark energies and dark forces and allow yourself to be used by those dark forces, those dark entities, whether you want to call them demons or whatever the case may be. So he is basically saying, even though he's not bending over, he's still doing things. He's still working with the energy of Hollyweird, if you know what I mean, the darkness of the industry and the dark energy of the industry he's still working with in order to be a part. You can't be a part and come out unscathed. You can't. I don't know how many ways I got to keep saying this. How many, like, it can be very, very defeating and heartbreaking knowing this information. But it is what it is. Even Terrence Howard. You want to be a Terrence Howard? You might not have to bend it over, but you're going to have to deal with dark forces, dark entities, dark energies. Don't get it twisted, fam. You will sacrifice something. He might have not sacrificed his manhood, but he sacrificed other things, best believe. He would not be Terrence Howard and get the roles that he got if he did not make his own sacrifices. So even though he's talking about man card and all of this, absolutely, that's not the only sacrifice that people are making, okay? It's not the only sacrifice, right? So don't think that it's just selling your body and all of these things, okay? You could also be working with negative forces, demonic energy, things like that. You could also be placing spells. There's so many things, guys. So many things, allegedly, that come with working with the evil forces in the industry, all right? So I just want to let y'all know.
Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi, everyone. My name is...
Shout out to Terrence Howard, man. Shout out to him. It is very, very sad, and it can be very, very, it can be a defeating feeling to always want to be a star. And you knew you were supposed to be a star and this and that and the other, but then you realize and you open your eyes to the fact that, damn, it's going to have to take me sacrificing this, sacrificing that, doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? Do I really want to be a part of that? That's a question that you must answer for yourself, my friend. Let me know what y'all feel in the comment section down below, man. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation here, man. Puffy or Diddy is not the only one. He is just the only one that is in the forefront right now that people are coming out about. There is a whole hell of a lot more people who are not even, how can I say it? Who are behind the scenes, right? Who are really pulling the strings, who are doing way worse shit than Diddy. I'm not trying to say that he shouldn't be held accountable. All I'm saying is there are so many other nasty, demonic energies at work that would put Diddy to shame, right? So anyway, man, let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Tell a friend to today. Ain't your mama today. Uncle Joey still a hall. See you guys in the next motherfucking video. And I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.